Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and yeah, I know, I missed yesterday's upload. Again, no real good reason for it, I was just freaking exhausted. So, apologies for that, I don't mean to keep everyone out of the loop, I just was really tired. So, as for what today's build is going to be, and by the way, for those of you who are questioning, don't worry, I know that I still have the theme run builds that are coming up. Is Liliana Vess and Dark Magician Girl. I'm not too surprised by who won the poll, but yeah, that's going to be coming up in the near future, so don't worry, it's all coming right along. I also didn't post a theme run poll this week because I'm trying to come up with a good idea, and I think I might have one. It's one that's been mulling around in my head for a little while, but we'll see how things turn out. So, as far as this run, I had an interesting recommendation from a viewer, and they said that they had tried out what essentially a Lancer run, which consisted of starting with, they said, Perforating Jet, Ice Spear, and Mortal Coil. I decided to make a bit of an alteration to the build, and instead of using Perforating Jet, I'm using Bolt Rail. Now, they both kind of serve similar functions, but I feel like I'm in a bit more control of Bolt Rail than I am Perforating Jet. And besides, it's a rail, it's essentially still a spear. I'm just saying, it's just a big line of lightning. And then I don't recall what he said he used, or like, I guess he is I'm just guessing, but I'm going to be using Chaotic Rift because, hey, why not? As far as where I want to start, there's no real strong points to start with for as far as the difficulty front loading is concerned. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a few shots here to see if I can find the place I want to start. If I can't find it and say, oh, there it is. We're just going to take the easy way out and just knock Atlas off right away. And as far as the build is concerned, the way I'm looking at it, oh, hold on, you have to fight in this room. Cut out that room. And, ooh, Wind Fairy, hello. Hi, Aura. Only problem is she won't be very good in the second area. She won't be able to slow down most of the enemies. Still, it is good to have a fairy right off the bat. We know where this run is going. There we go. So the one downside to using Mortal Coil as my signature, which again, I'm not sure if that's what the person who recommended the build did, but I'm using Mortal Coil as my signature, which gives me just a little bit of an issue in the idea that, owie, oh, I didn't even see you. Hey, you can suck my nuts. Yeah, that's a phrase that's sure to get me demonetized on YouTube. Not that I find that to be that big of a problem, plus there are people that say way worse things than that get to keep their monetization. And no, I haven't forgotten, I still do plan on starting monetization, I just haven't had the opportunity. Like I said, I've been tired. There we go. That's what I call a combo. Oh, and as for my starting relic, I started with the Cartographer's Quill, so it's going to behoove me to search every inch of the battlefield. Mostly because it's just going to power up the Quill, and it plays right along with the usual way I play the game anyway. Okay, one thing I am really digging about having Mortal Coil is that it recharges very quickly. And it's also very easy to tell when you've made stupid mistakes. Lastborn's Gauntlet. I recover slower from attack. No thanks. Not unless I see the Firstborn's Gauntlet first. Because that is a very detrimental con to have on a relic. So I don't know how much it increases your attack recovery by, but look at it this way. Basically, if let's say that even if you only go from like, let's say 10 frames of recovery to 12, that is 2 more frames in which enemies could run in and start chipping away at your life bar, and that's enough for a rogue to get in a critical hit. Sorry, I just don't see the benefit of having that. I mean, not that there is a benefit, it's supposed to be something detrimental, but it almost seems too detrimental to me, and in a game as fast-paced as Wizard of Legend, I'd rather not have to deal with that. Speaking of rogues, suckers. Alright, well, we're definitely going to upgrade this. As far as what other Arcana I could be taking, it really just kind of depends. Like, I don't have a problem with either it being ranged or melee. The one thing I'm adamant about is that it's going to have to be something that works well with the attack damage bonus, since both the robe and that is the detriment. That's the detriment I was talking about to Mortal Coil, is that it's not going to very easily see Tipsy Gladius. Since I'm not relying on critical hits, I will gladly take that. Like, I'm perfectly fine having an extra 15% evasion bonus. And for those of you who didn't quite figure it out, both Liliana Vess and the Dark Magician Girl are characters from trading card games. Obviously, well, I guess not obviously if you don't know this, but Liliana Vess is a planeswalker who identifies with black magic, and I don't mean black as in evil. Black as in that's the color of magic she represents. Black in magic is generally about manipulating the forces of life and death. In that, yes, she is a necromancer. That's going to play heavily into the theme run. As far as the Dark Magician Girl, she's more about destructive magic. Now, in the canonical game that she's from, her big thing is that she gains strength from additional Dark Magician cards that have been sent to the graveyard ahead of her. So every Dark Magician in the graveyard boosts her attack power by 300, which means if you have a deck focused on Dark Magicians and you've had a bunch of them hit the graveyard, then she is actually stronger than the original Dark Magician. It does make her an aggressive creature and very much something you want to keep in attack position because her defense is it's not so good. As far as how exactly you get those Dark Magicians in the graveyard, I mean, that's kind of up to you, but also keep in mind my knowledge of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is very limited, so someone else will have to tell you that. My guess is through means of things like tribute summons and polymerization. Just guess, but I don't know how much the game has changed, so don't look to me for expert advice on Yu-Gi-Oh! What about expert play some Magic the Gathering. That's much more my bag. I know Magic pretty well. And even though I'm not what one would call like a top-level tournament player, I do know a lot of decent strategies and ideas. That I can be much more helpful about. But again, it wasn't even necessarily fully about, oh, one trading card game versus another. You should be able to teleport through that. Alright, fine, whatever. See if I care. It does. Ah, north from the starting portal. Got it. Now, one of the things I wasn't aware of... Actually, you know what? I'm going to save that for when I actually do the Dark Magician Girl run. Because that makes more sense for what I was going to talk about there. I rather enjoy talking and sometimes have to hold myself when it sounds like I'm about to get into something that would be best saved elsewhere. Best saved for another point in time. Ooh, Raspberry Cookie Box could be could. Oh my goodness. English, why have you forsaken me? You forsook me first, bitch. Alright. So, is there anything here that would supplement my fighting style? Honestly, Binary Splashdown. This not only does a good amount of damage and can be used as a combo ender, I can also use it as a combo starter by essentially jumping in and smashing people in the face with a big ball of water. So what I would kind of like is another aggressive relic. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save my money, and we're just going to keep going. And that's how you use that ability against bosses. The one thing that isn't meshing well with me about Binary Splashdown, though, is that it does have a longer cooldown than all of my other spells, so... I have to use it either... Well, I'm forced to use it sparingly, so I have to use it wisely. Alright, so he's gonna get off 3 full cycles. Well, that didn't work. I screwed up. Well, not really. I mean, I did, but the area of effect splash damage just did the work for me, so hey, right on. No, I don't need water tendrils, thank you very much. Something went ding. Oh, Lay's drum. Lay's drum went ding. Okay. Ha! You fool. You thought you could outwit the imperious forces of Planet Spaceball, did you? Alright, there's our Ice Spear upgrade. Perfect. And I see Rushing Typhoon here. That looks nice, but not 100% on it. Let's just keep waiting. Right now, I'm honestly almost a little more interested in... Hold on, so... Oh, okay, so he doesn't get dragged into you when you use it. So, wait, what happens when I hit him with the Ice Spear? Nothing, he doesn't get knocked back at all. Okay, so here's how we start this then. There we go. Ball Lightning. Alright. Not upset with that. Nice long-range attack acquisition. So this has kind of turned into a mid to long range, a medium to long range run, and you know what? I have no problem with that. Fits nicely into my comfort zone. Oh, it was on cooldown, I'm dumb. I guess this is a little bit less like a full-on Lancer at this point, and more like just guy with ambition. Stop. But to be fair, there aren't a whole lot of smooth meat. There aren't a whole lot of things that actively throw spears. I mean, if we were talking about Magic the Gathering, there'd be like Flame Javelin and, you know, other things that Shadow Spear. It's actually a pretty expensive card nowadays. I guess not super expensive, $7, which is, I don't know. It might have gone up to $8 by now. I have no idea. It's good. Don't get me wrong. But it is hard. It can be hard to justify for some people to spend that much money on a card, and you know what? I don't disagree with them. I justify it because I'm not going to lie, I have a bit of an addiction. And that's something that I need to wrestle with because I don't have the money to be addicted to things. Ultimately, though, that's just kind of how trading card games work. Yay! God, I hate those buzzsaw things. Hi, do you have anything good for me? I mean, cushion flip-flops are pretty good. I'm not going to be using the money for anything else on this specific floor, so my only problem with Ball Lightning is that it doesn't exactly make the best use of my attack power-up build, but I can also think of things that use it far worse. As far as going with Bolt Rail over Perforating Jet, that was more so along the lines of I feel that Bolt Rail does a better job with an attack power-up build. Why did I go with an attack power-up build? Well, that would be because both Mortal Coil and Ice Spear work a lot better with strength builds than with critical hit builds. So the question in my mind was, do I more powerfully enhance one Arcana or two? Seemed like a pretty easy decision when I put it that way. But I will keep my eye open for things that are more spear-like, such as, should it happen to show up, Dynamic Disarray. Those are kind of like spears, kind of. Obsidian Cascade, kind kinda like spears. Oh, and I hate these guys so much. Like, even after shortening the duration of their first shot, they still get a nice long duration on their attacks and they hit you. So it's not like the ability to wreck your day isn't there. It's just been moved to the back end. Yeah, you have so many hit points. I'm gonna have to ask you to get wrecked, okay? Okay, thank you very much. Glad you understand. I might take calcifying bone mail. It is a little too late, on the other hand, for the gummy vitamins, and how dare you hold them from me now that I know that you had them. I don't see anything spear-like here. Toxic Bolus are nice, and I don't mind Thundering Chain. That's like spears of lightning. I might as well buy it. Hello, do you have anything good for me? Increases critical hit damage, but lowers critical hit chance. Even more so than it's already been lowered. Might be back for the Paramassacon. I guess you could say it's like spears of lightning falling from the sky, so just for thematic's sake, I'll roll with it. Now, why was I able to teleport there, but not the other one? I find like the magic pixel or something? Oh, I'm so smart. And no, I have no problem with Thundering Chain. It may seem like a downgrade in comparison to Ball Lightning, but I also think it's a little bit easier to use because you can just throw it out there quicker. So ultimately, I think it's a good trade-off. There we go. Ha! You fools! Did you not think before you acted? Now I will consume your souls! Xerxes, that was very animated. I have been known to like an anime or two in my time. Sorry. Though, that having been said, I haven't watched any, like, really interesting current anime. So, feel free to make suggestions, but there are already some things on my list, like Attack on Titan is one that I know that a lot of people really enjoyed. There's the obvious ones, you know, One Piece, Naruto. Not really that interested in Naruto, not gonna lie to anybody. Dragon Ball Super, of course, and you know, that one hits my soft spot because I grew up on Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. So seeing how things continue with the actual like creator at the helm seems like something I'd be interested in. Which, by the way, I had heard that Akira Toriyama wasn't actually interested in picking Dragon Ball back up, but he did so after he saw his creation get ruined with Dragon Ball Evolution. Which, I mean, I don't blame him either. That's essentially going, no, let Daddy show you how it's done. I do not want that. Like I said, I'm fine with that. I do not mind that Akira Toriyama saw Dragon Ball Evolution and basically took the most logical extreme to the reaction of, the fuck is this shit? that worked out pretty well. A little bit over half damage in one combo. Perfect. I do not want that, because that spell sucks donkey balls. Alright, on to Flame Lady. Flame Empress. It's such a good title. And all the more impressive considering how young Zeal is in comparison to the rest. But by the way, no, I don't know her canonical age, but she's clearly younger than the rest of them except for Juno and Summon. Like, from the original 3 that were released with the game, she's very clearly the youngest of them. And even Sura, who looks like he has a bit of a baby face, looked older than her. I don't really see anything here I want to take. Smart. Oh look, it's this room. I hate this room. There we go. Fortunately, a little bit of enemy manipulation and some long-range control, and I have that room eating out of my hand. Oh, that's why it looked like one enemy teleported twice. There were 2 rogues. Yeah, I'm so smart. Hello again, sir. I see you have a glass cannon. That looks very interesting. I'll have to wait, because if I can get the Wanderer's mechanism on this floor, I'd rather take the Volatile Gemstone. Damn your firewall! Then again, that's my fault for not respecting a defensive Arcana. Of course it would be able to block my attacks. Damn it! I'm not blaming that on my controller, that was on me. At this point, I should know that my controller is extraordinarily sensitive. Reinforced bracers, what do? My projectiles destroy other projectiles. Yay! Alright. See, this is why I wouldn't win. This is why I wouldn't win a Wizard of Legend race. Good Lord, there's a lot of W's in that sentence, but it's because I tend to just kind of be all over the place. Obviously, it would have been faster to just go over to where the start was and hit the northern path, but no, I decided I wanted to come all the way down here and be like, there's one room there I missed. I should get that. No, take the faster path first, stupid. Oh, silly rogue, don't you understand? There we go. Have anything good for me? Well, he has an ancient fountain pen, and he's got memory chainmail. Good with both of those options. I don't care about that. Alright, so where's the 1% on the map that I'm missing? Right by the beginning, so here's what I'm gonna do. Go get that 1% to power up the Cartographer's Quill. Cool. And now let's go ahead and take that, and yeah, I know it lowers my maximum health, but honestly, for the damage output it's going to give me, I'm okay with that. Ha, silly Dragoon. What did you expect? There we go. Beautifully executed. And this is why I like having ranged attacks. They just gel with me better. I suppose you could make the argument of, well, I mean, yeah, they gel with everyone better. You don't have to be right next to your enemy to do damage. I would make that argument even against myself, except for I know there are people that really do specialize in melee in this game and are really good with it. I'm just not one of them. Here we go. Beautifully executed again. Oh, I see you there, Fiery Paintbrush. I got plenty of room for it. And you know what? Let's take the Armor of Resolve too, because there's a good chance that I could end up being at low health with my maximum health being lowered. Perfect. Also, while I have a quick minute, I want to say that I have been noticing some of the new subscribers to the channel, and I just wanted to real quick address those of you who are new to the channel personally and say thank you very much for being willing to give me a chance. I very much appreciate you dedicating some time to me and my silly shit. It means a lot to me, as this is one of the things that I've put a lot of thought and effort into considering doing for just a living. And the more people who come and check out my silly shit, the better, so thank you for that. I get notifications of new subscribers on my phone, and anytime I'm at work and I see someone who actually just, you know, was interested in me, you know, talking about silly things like gaming and, you know, just whatever is on my mind, you know, while I'm playing a video game, and that's it. I appreciate that, I really do. So I just wanted to take a minute while we're kind of towards the end of the run to say that. I know it's probably sounds a little cheesy and disingenuous to say it like that, but no, I really do appreciate those of you who decided that you wanted to sit in on my silly antics. Here we go. And look at that, that's the sort of attack power bonus you get by having the Cartographer's Quill from beginning to end. That's good stuff right there. I don't want to say that that a lot of what I do is predicated on having hot takes, but my opinions on things tend to be different from the norm, so hopefully no one has a problem with that. I imagine if someone did, they would tell me. Beautifully done. Nah, I don't want that. This is like the first time, well, not the first time, this is like maybe the second time I've been looking at this and going, wow, the Idealist scorecard would actually be doing a lot for me right now. And for those of you wondering, I do play games other than Wizard of Legend, but while I'm still working a more or less full-time job and just trying to make ends meet, it's really difficult for me to find the time to upload a greater variety. But the intention is definitely there. I would like to upload a greater variety, so just have some patience with me. Because I know that I'm in the middle of doing a playthrough of Bloodless on Bloodstained. So that is something. Oh, of course. You are best spear. I mean, I'm right at the end now, so it doesn't make a lot of sense. So I'll keep what I have just for consistency's sake, but yeah, I saw that bouncing surge there. Of course, now that I rethink it, it would have been better for me than... Ow. There we go. We are powerful. The only enemy in the game that resists poison. Not poison. I mean poison too, but I was gonna say chaos damage. Ah, right. Okay, I gotta get rid of these things. Criminy, why'd you dash so far away from me? God damn it. Yeah, that time I do blame my controller. God damn it. Yeah, that joke that someone made about turning my controller into a Wizard of Legend relic that screws with your inputs. Yeah, someone do that, because that seems to happen to me a lot. Maybe that's just part of the folly of designing top-down games with modern controllers. I don't know. Maybe I just have yet to find that controller with the perfect D-pad. One of these days I will, but once again, thank you guys very much for spending some of your free time with me. It has not gone unnoticed, and I really do appreciate it. I would also appreciate it if you would if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I try to keep to relatively regular uploads, as difficult as it is right now. Drop me a comment, follow me on my social media. Links to that will be in the description below. And I look forward to seeing you soon when I start the Dark Magic Ladies theme runs. So tune in for that. And again, thank you to the people who are new to my channel. Thank you to the people who are old to my channel. I appreciate you following me. And I will see you guys very soon. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and bye-bye.